Hi, Ron Davidson here, and I have some really good cruise specials today for October 17th. Now, I am still house sitting in the south of France. I'm in a beautiful rural property that I'm looking after for 8 days, and I am having a great time, and I highly recommend this area for people to visit. I flew into Toulouse, France, and there's Montauban, which is a city. Where I'm staying right now is just outside Gourdon, and I will have a video in the next day or two of Gourdon so you can see how beautiful it is. I also spent a couple of days in a small city called Brive-la-Gaillarde, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. So that is why I have this beautiful background behind me. I'm looking after this rural property, and I highly recommend house sitting. I am retired, and I'm basically traveling the world on less than $25,000 a year. And part of being able to do this is obviously house sitting, but it's also getting incredible airfare deals, which I am starting to do videos on, and my favorite vacation, cruises. And I shop the deals. I've taken 11 cruises so far. I have 5 more booked. So I am very familiar with the different cruise lines and the different prices and when to go and what are the great deals. So let's get right into what I have today. The first one is really a super deal. Now it is last minute and it's a transatlantic. And transatlantics are some of the best bargains out there. Now they're not for everybody because you do have a lot of sea days, but the boats do have a lot of activities on board. I've taken art classes, dance classes, cooking classes. There's trivia, there's games that they play. And I mean, it's just great to have a book and just relax and read. Now, the transatlantics are such a great deal because you have so many boats repositioning from Europe back to the Caribbean, usually out of Florida. And then also in the springtime, they go back to Europe. So you have many ships, 30, 40 going across each way, and they're trying to fill them up. And it's difficult. So this is last minute. The other thing I should mention that transatlantics, usually if you wait to the say 2-3 weeks or a month before they leave, you get the best price. They keep on slashing the price. As a matter of fact, after I'm finished with this house sit, I'm going to be making my way to Rome, and I'm going on a Norwegian cruise, leaving outside Rome November 1st. It's a 16-day cruise on Norwegian Escape, ending up in New York. Now, this special, however, is on Princess Cruises, and it leaves Southampton, England, October 29th. So, like I said, it is last minute. It does have a few stops. It goes to Cherbourg, France, Lisbon, then stops in the Azores, and then it makes its way to Fort Lauderdale. So it's going down south before it goes across the Atlantic. So you're going to have really nice sunny weather. You're going to be able to use the pool and be outside and really enjoy the outside spaces of the ship. Now, it is for a balcony. Now, there's 2 categories of balcony I'm going to talk about. One is obstructed balcony. So you could be like one level above the lifeboats, so you're kind of looking down on the lifeboats, but you still see the ocean on the distance. It's just that you're not looking straight down the side of the ship, or there could be some sort of steel structure partially blocking the view. So it is $899 per person. And yes, you heard that right. 14 days for $899. Now there's taxes and fees on top of that of $130 per person. So that totals $1,029. So the total for an obstructed balcony is $2,058. Now, Princess is also giving a $60 onboard credit, plus CrewCon, the company I use to book my cruises from, is offering a $50 credit. Now, I should have mentioned CrewCon at the beginning, but better late than never. So CrewCon is the company I use. I've used them for over 10 years. I've booked 11 cruises, or I've taken 11 cruises so far, and I have 5 more booked. They are a great company. I've had nothing but great dealings with them. They have no idea I'm mentioning them. I get no compensation. I'm just recommending them to people on this video. So it's crewcon.com. Now, let's go to the next one. So if you go with a non-obstructed balcony, so you're going to have a clear view of the ocean, It's just $100 more, $999, same taxes and fees of $130, so that takes you to $1,129. And then you still get the same $60 credit and the same $50 credit. So basically, you're looking at $22.58 for the non-obstructed balcony, plus the $60 and $50 credit. Now, I should mention as well that on all the cruise lines, I mean, if you've taken cruises, you know this. If you're a first timer, there are gratuities. The staff on board basically work for tips, and they do an incredible job. Now, what they do is automatically, Princess does $14.50 a day. So it automatically goes on your account every day. Now, it isn't mandatory, but they put it on automatically. So you do have the option to remove it or change the amount. But I would say probably 95% of people just keep it and pay the $14.50 a day. And if you're on a cruise, you'll see that the staff are definitely worthwhile tipping that amount. Now, the next deal I'm going to mention is Norwegian Getaway. And it is, I just have to find it here. Now, this is also, I think, an outstanding deal. It is leaving November 28th this year from Orlando. Now, it's Norwegian Getaway, which I have been on, is a great ship. Lots of activities, lots of things to do. Water slides, rock climbing wall, mini golf, and the entertainment on board is phenomenal. Now, November 28th. So it's basically after Thanksgiving, and you're entering the very, very low season for the cruise lines. So that's one reason why it's such a great deal, because it's in between Thanksgiving and the winter season or Christmas season. So it's 10 days from Orlando, and it stops to and goes to the Bahamas, Jamaica, Aruba, Curacao, and the Dominican Republic. Now, I'm a scuba diver, and if you love scuba diving, Aruba and Curacao are phenomenal places to dive. I highly recommend it if you're a scuba diver. Now, this is for what is called a guaranteed balcony. So you don't get to pick the balcony, the cruise line does. And I've done this several times, and I've had great rooms. I've never had a bad room. I don't even think a bad room exists. Now, for the balcony for 10 days, it's $889.20 per person. The port taxes and fees are $177.65. Now, on Norwegian, this is their free at sea offer. So you're going to get the premium drink package, and you're also going to get 2 specialty dining restaurants included. So they put gratuities, daily gratuities, on the drink package and on the specialty dining, and you pay that as well up front. Now, this is up and above the gratuities, the daily gratuities for the other staff. So when you book it, they automatically put in the gratuities for the drink package and the specialty dining, and that is $215.80. So that takes you to $1,282.65. So for 2, it's $2,565.30. And it might seem a little high, but keep in mind you're getting the specialty dining and you're getting the unlimited alcohol. And the alcohol on board is really, really good. It's not like some Mexican all-inclusives where they're using inferior alcohol or inferior brands and they're watering it down. I mean, I've been next to guys, I'm not a big drinker, but I've been next to guys that get a drink and then they just slide it back to the bartender and say, put another shot in there, totally free. But the kicker and why this is such a good deal, I mean, that's a great price to begin with for 7 days, but this is the kicker. On this sailing, 3rd and 4th guests are free. So if you're a family of 4, the kids are free. Now, the only thing you have to do for the kids is you have to pay the $177.65 in the taxes and port fees. So for a family of 4, you're looking at $2,920.60. And like I say, that is a great, great deal. Also, because it leaves Orlando, you can either before or afterwards go a few days early, do Disney, do Universal Studios. It's also a great time of year to do the studios down there and the attractions because Thanksgiving is over. Now, I should mention as well that on Norwegian, the daily gratuities are $16 a day. So let's go to the next special. And it is, let me get my sheets here. It is Royal Caribbean, and it's one of their Oasis class ships called Allure of the Seas. Now, if you know anything about the Oasis class ships, or if you're new to that type of ship, the center of the ship has what's called Central Park and also the boardwalk. Central Park has a lot of plants. There's specialty restaurants, bars. It's very beautiful, very relaxing. The boardwalk, they have a carousel. There's different venues on both sides, bars, shops, food stores. I think there's a Johnny Rockets. It varies from ship to ship. There might be a candy store, an ice cream shop as well. And at the very back of the Oasis ships are the Aqua Theater, where they have nightly shows that are water-based in a very large pool. Phenomenal shows. So I mentioned this because there's two types of balconies on the Allure of Seas. There's a Central Park balcony, so it's not looking out to the ocean, but into the Central Park area. And this is leaving May 14th of next year. It leaves from Galveston, Texas, and it goes to Roatan, Honduras. It goes to Costa Maya, Mexico, and Cozumel, Mexico. And the price for, I'm going to give you three categories on this one. We'll start with the Central Park category that I mentioned. It is $538 per person. So you have to add the port charges and fees of $128.70. That takes you to $666.70 per person, which is $1,333.40. But here's a little extra bonus. If you book right now through CrewCon, you get a $100 credit on that cruise. So it effectively takes it down to $1,233.40. Now, it's an onboard credit. You can use it to pay off the gratuities. Now, I should mention the gratuities on Royal is identical to Norwegian. They're $16 a day. So that is an incredible price for a week. You're talking, with the credit, you're talking basically $600, $700 a person. Now, if you go to an ocean view balcony, it takes it up a little bit. The base is $678. Then the same fees of $128.70 for the taxes and port charges, $806.70, which takes you to $1,613.40 with a credit of $100. Now, if you want to do an inside cabin, it's $441 per person. Same fees of $128.70, which takes you to $569.70. So a total of $1,139.40 for the two. Now, the only thing is on the inside cabin, you only get a credit of $50. So all three categories, great pricing. Now, once again, May 14th is getting into the low season. You're through spring break and Easter, and that's one reason why these are quite reasonable, these prices. Now, I do have some other deals on Allure of the Seas later on in the season. So once again, same itinerary, leaves Galveston, Texas, Roatan, Honduras, Costa Maya, and Cozumel. And there's 3 sailings. I will concentrate on September 24th, but very similar prices on October 1st and October 8th. Now, the Allure is going every week out of Galveston, so there's a whole range of prices and dates available. But I've zeroed in on these 3 because they're pretty well the best prices. So the breakdown I'm going to give you is for September 24th. So for September 24th, Central Park balcony is $473. Taxes and fees on this one is $129.29 for $602.29. So you get a total of $1,204.58 for two. And on this one, your cabin credit is $50 on board credit. So that is just a really phenomenal price, $1,204.58 plus the $50 credit. Now, the next category is an ocean balcony. Now, I should mention, too, that on the ocean balconies, at least, I'm quoting what are called guaranteed balconies, which means the cruise line picks the cabin for you. So, in an ocean view balcony, it's $633. The fees are $138.54, a little bit more than the Central Park one. So a total of $771.54. So that gives you a total of $1,543.08 for two people. And on the Ocean View Guaranteed, you get a $100 onboard credit. And once again, you have the same gratuities of $16 a day on Royal Caribbean. So that is the exact pricing for September 24th. Similar prices, a little higher October 1st and October 8th. So I will wrap it up. Those are all, in my opinion and my experience, incredible prices. So if you have any comments, if you want to ask me a question, fire away. As I've mentioned, I'm retired, so I have the time to answer any questions you may have, especially if you have never taken a cruise, you're a little hesitant. Just ask me any questions you have. And I have to admit that before I took my first cruise, I was hesitant. I am very active, and I just thought it wasn't for me, just sitting around doing nothing and just eating all the time. But these new ships have so many activities. There's so much to do on board. The entertainment, I was shocked by the entertainment. So I was an instant convert. And I think a lot of people are hesitant, but take the plunge and just do it. You will have a great time. Oh, and please, if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up and please subscribe. I'm just starting out, and obviously it's going to help me tremendously to keep on giving you these videos. Thank you so much for viewing, and stay tuned for the next either cruise deals or airfare deals.